Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this video. I'm Brad and I play drums in Second Wind. And this question today is a really exciting, fun one, and I get to share what my favorite album is of all time. I have to be honest, I'm going to be a very typical musician and say I can't just pick one album. It's way too hard of a question for me to be able to just pick one. So I had to nail it down to at least three, and I will be fair and I will say if I had to pick one, what my favorite album would be, but I really couldn't just pick one. I had to go with these three. So first, I would say, for those who know me personally, August Burns Red has been one of my favorite bands for a really long period of time. They've always put out great metalcore. They seem to just level themselves up year after year, which I don't even know how they can, but they're just that talented of musicians, and I just find it amazing that they wrote an album called Phantom Anthem, and that would be my favorite, not only August Burns Red album, but if I had to pick one, that would be my favorite album of all time. August Burns Red is pretty much genre defining as far as their musical abilities go. They were one of the big metalcore bands to come out of everything in the mid 2000s, and they were right up there with bands like Under Oath, As I Lay Dying, Norma Jean, Devil Wears Prada, Unearth, Killswitch Engage, all these really big name metalcore acts. August Burns Red has always been among them. And I know a lot of people like Messengers. I like Messengers too, but it's not nearly as refined and as introspective as Phantom Anthem is, and I really feel like Phantom Anthem is August Burns Red at their best. It's them sharing a lot of positive melodies, but also a lot of dark melodies. It's sharing a lot of uplifting lyrics and a lot of challenging lyrics as well. August Burns Red is truly one of those bands, I believe, if you really sit down and read their lyrics and think about it, it's mind-blowing how well they're able to weave the thoughts they have about and philosophical observations they have about life and religion and spirituality and just living as a human. They're able to weave all of that in such a masterful way into their music time and time again. And I just feel like they haven't topped Phantom Anthem yet for me, so I really enjoy that by them. Second album would have to be Killers by Iron Maiden. I really feel like they did an amazing job with that, and not only was it one of their first albums as a band, it was definitely another genre defining album. And as we know, Iron Maiden is one of the metal greats. They've written music that has completely changed the landscape as far as music and metal goes. They are what I like to say is often imitated, never duplicated. I borrowed that line from a friend. And yeah, they crushed it on that album. Every single song on that album is an iconic musical representation of who Iron Maiden is and also what the genre was back at that time. I mean, metal in and of itself has always been shifting and changing shape, and that's a good thing. But that album is a truly defining work to say this is what heavy metal is, and this is what melodic heavy metal is as well. So that would be number two. And then I would probably have to say my third would either be Atonement by Killswitch Engage, or their self-titled, which is probably a better pick by Killswitch Engage. Again, not that this is another band like August Burns Red, who they've always been genre topping. They've always been, top of mind, first to think of them when you think about the genre. But Killswitch Engage's first album was again a very seminal act in the world of metalcore. I've heard countless musician after countless musician point back to that album, the self-titled work by Killswitch Engage. And as we know, that was the first, I believe the first full length that had Jesse Leach on it, and it was certainly his performance that brought out a lot of people to really appreciate that musicality that they have on it. But that is again another incredible work put together by not only guitars and bass and vocals, but drums. The production is, I actually like the rawness of the production on that. I feel like it lends itself to the music in that regard. And again, lyrics, I can't forget the lyrics. Jesse Leach's lyrics have been incredible ever since he started. He's very open and passionate and honest and transparent about what he's going through and how it contributes to the music that he works on. And he's just a very honest person in general, and I really look up to him and that band in that way too. And yes, they are goofballs on stage, and I love that aspect of their band as well, but the music that they do is just really, you know, cuts straight to the heart. And speaking of which, the Atonement B-sides are an incredible little EP as well, so you can't go wrong with that. And yes, that would have to be my top 3 albums of all time. Those are some artists that have really influenced everything about who I am as an artist as well, and I owe them a lot. So thank you for checking out this video, and I will see you in another video.